Welcome again, Capricorn. It's Christmas 2018. Thanks for your company. I'm Dadhichi. To all of you who are new at this late stage of the year, welcome. Great to have your company as well. You know, there was this snake, and he was always biting people. He used to bite everyone that walked past. And he was a bit of a vicious snake, this viper. And one day this saintly being was walking along the path, and the snake came up to bite him. And the sage looked at him and said, "Don't do that. Don't bite." He said, "Yes, but I've got to protect myself." He said, No. From now on, just be good, you know. Try that and see how it works. Anyhow, the sage walked off. And sometime later, a band of thugs wandered along the path, and as they came across the snake, who of course had now turned over a new leaf, he had the living hell beaten out of him, an inch of his life. It took him quite a while to recover. Anyway, he finally did recover, but he still wasn't in good shape. And the sage was returning on his journey and came across the snake again and asked him, "Wow, what happened to you? You look terrible. You look in terrible condition." He said, "Yeah, well, thanks for the advice. You know, you told me not to bite, and this is what ended up happening. A band of thugs came along and beat the living crap out of me." The sage looked at him and he said, "You know what?" He said, "When I told you not to bite, I didn't tell you not to hiss." And so I think that story is appropriate for you, Capricorn. You know, you've got a very powerful set of planets in the 12th house, Mercury, Jupiter, the Sun. You've got the new moon taking place there on the 7th, just at the same time as Mercury moves forward. This 12th house and also Mercury ruling the 6th house all has to do with enemies. You may be feeling like the snake now, okay? But I think what this is all about is posturing. You don't have to go into battle. You don't have to, you know, experience all that nasty fallout from your business negotiations, from your co-working relationships, from any sort of relationship. But you do have to posture. You do have to quietly assert yourself in this period if you're going to avoid the turbulence of some of these planets. And there's no doubt about it that those 3 planets in your 12th house indicate the likelihood of some sort of secret enemies or, pardon me, people who are conspiring to undermine you at this stage. So you have to, in a very calm and intelligent way, let them know exactly where you stand. The new moon in that 12th house, along with all these planets, shows that you are not using your energies correctly at this time. The position of Mars in the 3rd house with Neptune is at a right angle to these planets. So you may feel that your words are having some sort of impact, but actually the more you may shout at someone or assert yourself to them, the more they're going to retreat. You know, because that 12th house is the house of secrets and hidden motivations, both yourself and others. So I think it's important to, you know, drive that point home with that story of the snake and the sage. You have a powerful new moon in the 7th house of relationships, however. So your personal relationships are set to really shine. Incidentally, the new moon there could indicate that you discover something about someone or some people who have been there behind you, you know, not maybe openly supporting you, but secretly not. And you will be in a position now to discover that. Once you redirect all of this energy, that suspicion, that expenditure of valuable mental energy on these sorts of things, you'll be able to shift it to this really beautiful full moon that's going to take place in your marital sector. This is the sector where we find our most meaningful partner, our soulmate. So as long as you're getting preoccupied by all this other stuff, it's robbing you, it's stealing you of this valuable energy that you can put into the more meaningful and more personal, intimate relationships of your life. And this is quite a lucky period, you know, when the moon is full. It also indicates happiness to your partner, your spouse, your live-in friend or whoever. Some good opportunities for them to shine and for you to partake and enjoy of the same sort of thing. And that's a lovely sort of sharing concept, which is ideal for the Christmas festive season. So I think you're going to start to see a breaking through. The new moon means you can start to look at this with a fresh set of eyes. We see that the Saturn-Pluto combination that I've harped on for months and months now is starting to do its work. It's also part of this whole new shift in your perception of things, in your perception of people, also in your perception of yourself. Mars and Neptune indicate that you are driving into a new line of thinking right now, but it's being challenged, or you're trying to use this to challenge those people that you perceive as being against what you want to do, or not, in a sense, supporting you. And the last thing you want to do is to bring out the big stick and beat people into submission, into supporting you. That's not going to work. It's better to basically throw the stick away and just let your actions speak louder than words. And if you must, hiss. You don't need to bite. I've put together the 2019 full yearly report for you, around 3,000 words, for Capricorn, for you. You're welcome to come and read that. There's no charge. It's completely free here at astrology.com.au. I'd like you to take a look at that. And that can proceed. That'll be out probably by the end of December. Come back, check it out, and that will precede what I'm going to tell you for the New Year reading, the January reading. I hope you'll come back and join me at that time. I'd also like to thank all of you who've been supportive of the site, myself, and come back for more of the same. I hope you'll continue to do so in the new year. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye, and Merry Christmas.